Welcome to our Best of Redditor updates, where a set of entitled grandparents demand a free all-expenses-paid vacation to Bora Bora. This next Reddit post comes from our Am I the Arsehole? Would I be the butthole if I don't give up my honeymoon villa to my grandparents? My family is Asian, and my husband's side is white. We got married and decided to treat both sides of the family to a 1-week, all-expense-paid vacation to Bora Bora as a pre-family honeymoon before heading off on our actual honeymoon. We managed to rent out half a side of the resort's bungalows, and there was only one villa available in that section. Naturally, my husband and I took the villa. Bungalows are around 1,000 square feet with a bedroom, bathroom, and an outdoor space. We made sure everyone was accommodated comfortably. Our villa, though, is 4,000 square feet, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, a sauna, a living room, a huge outdoor space with a bathtub, a pool, and a slide straight into the ocean. We hadn't even been there a full 24 hours before a fight broke out. During dinner, my cousin mentioned wanting to come over and try our slide. My grandparents overheard and asked to see pictures of our room. When they saw the villa, they immediately demanded we trade with them because, in their words, no elders should be living like peasants while their grandchildren enjoy nicer rooms. I mean, this is Bora Bora. No one is living like a peasant here. There was only 1 villa available. If there had been 3, we would have given 1 to each set of grandparents and kept 1 for ourselves. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case. I explained this, but they still insisted we give them the villa. I obviously objected. I told them this trip was to celebrate our marriage. We paid for the whole vacation. Why couldn't they just be grateful instead of complaining? My grandparents freaked out. They accused me of holding money over their heads and being disrespectful for not following their orders. They stormed off, threatening to take the first flight out in the morning. I have no idea what to do. My side of the family is telling me to just give them the room, be respectful, and keep the peace. But my husband's side thinks my grandparents are out of their minds, and honestly, I agree. All I wanted was for both sides of the family to bond and get to know each other, and now it's falling apart. I don't think I'm the butthole, but I've been up all night wondering if I should just squash this and let them stay in the villa to keep them from leaving. But another part of me wants to tell them to go ***** themselves for hijacking my honeymoon like they hijack everything else. So, Reddit, would I be the butthole if I refused to give up the villa? Top comment said, "Hun, as a fellow Asian, hold your ground. If you give in now, you're opening the floodgates to this kind of manipulation forever, from your grandparents and your parents. Next thing you know, it'll be, why are you going on vacation without taking us? Or, your house is nicer, why don't we switch?" For your own sanity, stand firm. Not the butthole. Yeah, I agree. I'm in a marriage with a Chinese woman, and we've had culture clashes too, not this extreme, but I totally get it. In the US, we often accommodate the younger generation, but in Asia, the older generation gets priority. But this is way overboard. There's a huge difference between respecting your elders and letting them steamroll your life. Then OP posted an update. Even though I really wanted to be petty and tell them to off, I decided to kill them with kindness, just in case they tried to twist the story and claim I was being disrespectful. During breakfast, my grandparents refused to show up if I was present. Everyone tried calling them, no answer. They weren't coming if their disrespectful granddaughter was there. After a lot of persuading, including sending our baby cousin to sweeten them up, they finally came. I started the conversation by asking if they'd looked up any flights yet and told them to forward the bill to me. They said they hadn't, and asked if that wasn't my job since I was kicking them out. I clarified I wasn't kicking anyone out, but if they wanted to leave, I understood. I even offered to send resort staff to help them pack so they could still enjoy a massage or explore before heading out. They just sat there stunned. Every time they've threatened to leave before, my family would beg and offer money or gifts to make them stay. Not me. I told them I'd cover the flight, but I wasn't groveling. I've done enough accommodating on my honeymoon. Turns out, they never planned to leave. They were bluffing, trying to get me to beg. I called it. After breakfast, I found a flight for 5 p.m. and went to the front desk to cancel the rest of their room reservation and request staff to help them pack. They also lost their complimentary massage, which is only included with 4-night stays. The staff helped them pack, and they left half an hour ago. I'm in the villa now, distressing before dinner. A few uncles, married into the family, came over and said they were so relieved someone from within the family finally stood up to my grandparents. My cousins also came over and, honestly, didn't care that the grandparents were gone. According to them, they killed the vibe. Everyone's using the slide now and getting ready for dinner. I'm just glad I stood my ground without being blatantly disrespectful. And here's a mini update from OP that I was wondering about, because, wow, you paid for a whole family vacation in Bora Bora? OP says, I didn't go the traditional Asian route. I actually dropped out of my last year of college and started a fashion line. It took a couple of years to take off, but it skyrocketed recently. My dad is also an entrepreneur, and he inspired me so much. I'm so glad he paved the way for me. Don't give up on your dreams. So yeah, OP, congrats on putting up with your grandparents and for crushing it professionally. A full family trip to Bora Bora? That's gotta be what, $20,000? Maybe $30,000? Maybe even $40,000 to $50,000? Dang! OP is killing it. Our next Reddit post is from You Throwaway Doc. I'm a 45-year-old man. I've been married to my wife, who's 44, for 10 years. We dated for 6 years before that. I got a lot of pressure to marry, from her, her parents, and mine. Something in my gut told me not to. I chalked it up to cold feet and pushed through. We got married, and the moment the ink dried, things went downhill. On our honeymoon, she complained non-stop that the hotel wasn't fancy enough. Then it became a new apartment, new car, expensive gifts, handbags, jewelry. She always wanted more. It stopped being about us and turned into what I could give her. I'm a doctor, so I make good money, but not that good. We don't hug anymore. We don't laugh. We don't talk about anything but money. We don't have kids. She said she wanted them before marriage, but changed her mind. Our home looks like a showroom. No warmth. No joy. I hate it. I hate her. I barely have enough savings to last 3 months. I want to retire someday and enjoy life. I just rented a small apartment in a sketchier neighborhood and ordered IKEA furniture for it. The lease on the Mercedes she begged me to get is up soon, and I'm replacing it with a used Prius. I'm starting therapy next week. I've hired a divorce attorney who confirmed the prenup protects me from alimony. I plan to leave the high-paying job she pushed me into and take something with better hours next year. I'm also going to ask out the barista who flirts with me every morning. I'm telling my wife tomorrow. I expect her to cry, beg, and demand therapy. I don't care. Marrying her was a mistake, and I'm only sorry it took this long to admit it. I wasted so many years trying to do the right thing. But now, I'm finally excited about my future. Update: usually, I go for a run in the mornings, and my wife wakes up later to get dressed, make a smoothie, and so on. Today, I just paced the kitchen, rehearsing what I had to say. When she came down, I told her we needed to talk. She muttered and didn't look up from the coffee machine. So I said it, I wanted a divorce. I told her we hadn't been happy in a long time, and she didn't seem to care about me or my needs. Instantly, she started gaslighting. She cried that I never bought her flowers, that I didn't do enough for her, that I didn't care about her happiness. I reminded her I suggested therapy over a year ago, and she avoided it every time. I brought up how she ignored our agreed-upon budget, how she dismissed me when I expressed my feelings. Her crying turned into begging, "We can fix this, I'll go to therapy, I'll change." But I felt nothing. I didn't even feel angry. Whatever I once felt is gone. She could have been a distant relative sobbing about her own failed marriage, for all I cared. Eventually, I got fed up and left. She's been blowing up my phone all day. Calls, texts, threats, pleas. Her mom called. Mine did too. I finally spoke to my mom and explained everything. To my surprise, she supported me. I'm now in my new apartment. Rolled out my mattress, bought some sheets, ate Thai takeout at the counter, and watched Netflix. I've got what I need. She's getting served tomorrow. And still, no sadness. Just relief. My life is finally full of possibilities. I'll travel. I'll try new restaurants. I'll take a job that makes me proud, not just rich. And yes, despite the internet's judgment, I will ask out the barista. She's age-appropriate, and yes, I can tell the difference between flirting and customer service.